Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Today, I'm super excited because we are still continuing with our different chicken diseases, and today we shall look at the coccidiosis in our poultry farms. We shall look at the organic treatments of coccidiosis. We shall look at how it can affect the birds, and how can you prevent our birds from getting this coccidiosis. Guys, coccidiosis is really a very common chicken disease that it has affected me personally a lot. Actually, just last week, I had coccidiosis among the local breeds, and today I'll give you my remedies, what I use to clear the coccidiosis within 3 days, because remember we also have the purely local birds, and our chicks, which were 21 in numbers, were affected by coccidiosis. So after when they made 6 weeks, I decided to bring them out because I was still brooding them. But before bringing them out, honestly, they had coccidiosis, and within 3 days I managed to clear the coccidiosis. So today I'm going to give you the remedies that I have used and I will continue to use when my birds get this coccidiosis. So this is from my own experience, because this coccidiosis is really very common. It has affected me several times. It has affected so many people, and it continuously affects our farms. So for today, stay tuned till the end. But if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I'll be so grateful. See you right back. So as I told you earlier on, today I want us to look at coccidiosis in our poultry farms, how it affects our birds, how these birds get coccidiosis, and how can you prevent your birds from getting coccidiosis, and organic remedies that I have used to protect and prevent and cure my birds from getting this coccidiosis. Coccidiosis is caused by a parasite which normally damages the chicken's intestines, and that is why the chicken will end up passing out blood in their stool. And this coccidiosis is mainly got through the litter. In fact, even before the birds leave the brooder, normally most farmers experience coccidiosis when these birds are like 2 weeks old, because for it, when the chicken house is not clean, let's say it is so wet or it is so caked, that is how this parasite normally multiply in the wet litter. So that is why most farmers end up experiencing this coccidiosis from 2 weeks old. So make sure that when you're organizing your brooder, make sure that it is large enough for these birds. And then water should also not keep pouring in the brooder, because coccidiosis actually, it is very common inside the chicken houses, which are very wet. And then also another thing, remember to change your litter so often, because if you do not change the litter so often, your birds will end up getting coccidiosis. Whenever you're constructing your chicken house, I had this problem before. Make sure that the roofs are well constructed, that even if it rains, the rain doesn't leak inside. Because I had a case where my chicken house used to actually flood a lot, and it really made me to have coccidiosis there time and again, and which was really very bad. Even make sure that your chicken house is not in the side where the direction of wind is going, because whenever it is raining, the rainwater will always keep splashing inside the farm. So be very careful whenever you're constructing your chicken house. This should be done in the beginning before you bring in the birds, because I don't want when you bring in the birds, later you start suffering with these diseases. So coccidiosis is basically about the hygiene of your farm. So make sure that as a beginner, you really maintain the hygiene of the farm. Maintain also the biosecurity. Make sure that there is always a disinfectant at the entrance of the farm. In that way, you really protect your birds from getting this coccidiosis. So, what are some of the signs and symptoms of this coccidiosis? How do you really know my birds are suffering from coccidiosis? Me, normally, when my birds start passing out the brownish droppings, there is this chocolate brownish dropping, they'll start dropping. I will know these birds are already having coccidiosis. Then you will also see the blood in their droppings. That one, just know immediately these birds have coccidiosis. Another sign is that in the laying birds, definitely they'll drop in the laying because their intestines are having wounds, are damaged. So those birds basically will lose appetite. They will not feed well. They will not drink well. And in that way, the egg production will drop. You will also see birds are so depressed and so stressed. Just know the birds having coccidiosis. They will also have the ruffled feathers. If you see your birds have funny feathers, just know they might be having coccidiosis. So, as beginners, I want us really to be very careful with some of these chicken diseases because most of our farms are being affected by these diseases just due to negligence, then sometimes due to not following some of these guidelines that we are bringing to you on this platform. So how do we prevent and protect our birds from getting this coccidiosis? Definitely you will have to make sure you maintain the hygiene of your farm, maintain the biosecurity. If you identify birds which are having coccidiosis, isolate them immediately. As a farmer, you should always have a different room whereby you will isolate the sick birds there and treat them immediately. And then also make sure that you keep giving these birds these herbal remedies as early as possible to protect them and to prevent them from getting this coccidiosis. Now for me with the layers farm, honestly, I don't have issues there because I'm really very serious on the herbal remedies. With the local birds, they got the coccidiosis because they were still inside the brooder, and most time it was the worker who was taking for them the feeds and the drinking water. And so we had actually taken long without changing their litter, and water has been pouring there. So that is how my local chicken got the coccidiosis. But ideally, in the layers farm, these birds do not have such like coccidiosis because with the herbal remedies, I'm really so consistent with these herbal remedies. Now, let us look at the organic treatment for this coccidiosis that I have used and that has worked for me, and how I'm protecting my layers from getting this coccidiosis. So I'm going to give you 4 remedies which I know each and every farmer out there can easily get and use it in their poultry farms. The first one is garlic. Look for garlic. If you really see your birds are having the brown dropping or the bloody dropping, look for the garlic, crush it, mix it in their drinking water for 5 days. It will really help in clearing this coccidiosis. And then the second remedy is the papaya leaves. We've talked about the papaya. Actually, all these herbal remedies, I've talked about them. Look for the papaya leaves, crush it or blend it, and also give to these birds. Trust me, it will help in curing this coccidiosis very fast. Another herbal remedy that I want to give you is the aloe vera. Look for the aloe vera wherever it is, wash it very well, chop it, put in their drinking water. That will also help your birds from this coccidiosis. And by the way, I want us to use these herbal remedies when these birds still have the early signs of coccidiosis. When you've just noticed 1 or 2 birds having the coccidiosis, make sure you treat all the birds. And then also the last one I want to tell you is the charcoal. Charcoal is really so magical in the treatment of coccidiosis. If you notice your birds have the coccidiosis, make sure that you look for charcoal, crush it. You can either mix in their feeds or mix in their drinking water. In fact, mixing the drinking water might be much better. Mix in their drinking water. In that way, all the birds will end up drinking the water. You give them for 5 days. and it is from morning to evening. Because most of you are asking me whether these herbal remedies are only for the daytime, then you withdraw it at night. No. Give these birds these herbal remedies for a full day. In that way, we shall be able to protect these birds and cure this coccidiosis. But I want to still continue and say, please, let us really try as much as possible to give them these herbal remedies early enough. In that way, we shall protect them from getting this coccidiosis. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. And if you're still new, please continue subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video. Comment in the comment section down below. And I'll be so grateful. Tell me which country you're watching me from. And I'll be smiling. See you next time. Love you all. Bye-bye.